Listen, if you want to see how a person feel about you in their hearts, start hyping yourself. Start talking about how you look good, how you feel good, how you coming out, how you doing self-development. Start believing in you. Start talking about your spirituality. Start typing yourself and see exactly how people feel about you. They get upset when you start hyping yourself. The religious people start talking about you being boastful, start talking about you and your ego. Listen, baby, they get so upset about you hyping yourself. And let me tell you why. Listen, baby. It's because they spend their precious time trying to make you believe you really not all that great. They have literally spent the last year, they have literally spent the last few days, they have literally spent the last few months trying to make you feel like you really not all that. When they know you are. They know you carrying something great. They know you have the character. They know you have the charisma. They know that when you show up, you shift the atmosphere. They know that. But they spent their time trying to ignore you, trying to not acknowledge you, trying to talk about you. They've spent their time trying to make you feel like you're not all that great. So listen, when you do not believe the hype, when you do not believe what they're telling you, and you start ignoring their lies, they get mad at you. They literally get mad because they spent so much time trying to make you feel like you're really not all that great. Start hyping yourself and see what's truly in people's hearts. And let's go on to the next one. They know the more you believe in you, the greater you'll be. They know the more that you believe in you, the greater you'll be. See, people want you to do good, but they don't want you to do better than them. They don't mind you elevating just a little bit. They don't mind you talking about yourself just a little bit. But the moment you really start believing that thing and acting on that thing and start acting like you are who God has called you to be, which is fearfully and wonderfully made, oh, they have a whole issue with you. They have a whole issue with you because the problem is everybody don't know who they are. And so when you tap in and tune into you and start realizing who you are and believing that thing, it makes them feel some type of way. Listen, let's go on to the next one. Why do they get upset with you about hyping yourself? Let's go on, y'all. The last one. When you hype yourself, what they hear is that you're better than them. Let me say that again. When you hype yourself, when you talk about you, when you acknowledge you, when you applaud for you, what these people hear is that you are better than them. You cannot hype yourself without them feeling insecure. And listen, your greatness has nothing to do with their insecurity. Your greatness has nothing to do with their insecurity. But for them, it feels like it's a competition. For them, they feel like they have to own up to what you're doing, to what you're saying, to how you're being. For them, they feel insecure when you start talking about how good you look, how great you are, how God has blessed you, how you coming up and coming out. Even if you haven't arrived, you just talking about it. Put them in their feelings. People can't stand for you to hype yourself because they have took so much time out of their day to make sure you don't know who you are, to make sure you don't elevate, to make sure you don't feel good about yourself. And so the moment you do, they feel like they have lost the battle. That's how the enemy works. The moment you do start talking about yourself, hyping yourself, they have lost the battle, baby. Let me tell you, do not shrink. Do not back down because other people are uncomfortable about your greatness, about the way you want to show up, about the way you want to talk and carry yourself, about what you believe for you and your family. Don't back down. For so long, y'all, I did it. I played small around people that felt insecure because I felt bad for them. But just like I had to do the work, so do they. Sometimes it don't matter how much you hype people, how much you pour into them, how much you build them up. They still feel some type of way against you. You fall back, you try to play it small, you try to make sure they be seen and heard, and they still feel some type of way about you. It's because that's the spirit that's on you. You can't do nothing about your greatness. So you may as well own it, baby. Own it. No matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter how they feel, that's their business. You own your greatness and continue to elevate. Continue to let God mold you. Do you, be you, baby, and be great at it every day. Period.